Alright everybody, hello. Today I got a new deck for you guys today, and it's kind of a mix of two decks. It's kind of showing off the power of a core of this game. So, this is called Punchy Coach. You can kind of see it right below me, but it's pretty simple, kind of what it is. It's just using the old, not the oldest Mankey, but like the one that came out in the Mythical Island, where it has Focus Fist, one single fighting energy, flip a coin, if heads, 50 damage, absolutely strong, and then pairing that with the consistent Primeape that also does 50 damage for one energy is really good. But it's not necessarily about that. It's kind of showing off what I think is a very, very good fighting core that you can add to any sort of deck that uses fighting energy. And that's a combination of Lucario and Marshadow. Lucario is a super cool card where it has an amazing ability where it ups the damage of fighting Pokemon by 20. And it's great. It does stack, so if you have two Lucarios out, it will do an extra 40 damage, which is nice. And also, it only takes 2 fighting energy to be fully online. And with that, we also have Marshadow, where if you have 2 energy on it, 1 fighting at least, and 1 colorless, you'll be able to do Revenge, where you can have a Mon that goes out. If it gets knocked out, you can bring in Marshadow and then do Revenge damage, where 100 damage. If you have a Lucario on top of that, it's 120 damage, and that could be amazingly strong. So I kind of have this as the core for right now. We'll be testing out today, where we have the simple Mankey and Primeape. And then we have an X-Speed, Pokeball, 1 Communication, because Communication is very nice to swap, like maybe a Lucario for a Riolu or something like that. If we have Marshadow, we have 2 Marshadows we don't need. We can go ahead and swap it out for something else. 2 Giant Capes, 1 Research, 1 Giovanni, just to hit a little bit more of that threshold if we need it, and 1 Sabrina. But it's such a good core that you can actually... I've kind of also used it for Blade Coach, where I have 1 Gallade, where I just drew this Gallade, and I really wanted to make a deck out of it. But I don't have 2 yet, so I'm not quite making a deck out of it yet. But it has the same core, where it has 2 Riolu, 2 Lucario, and 2 Marshadow. That 6-card core can really just be splashed into any deck, so you can replace the Gallade line with Machamp. You can replace the Gallade line with Primeape, like I did. I keep pressing the wrong button to swap the deck back to what we're actually going to be using today. Punchy Coach, which I think is the most consistent one, especially because it only requires 1 energy and then it's fully set up. But yeah, let's go ahead, hop into some battles with this deck, and let's show you the power of just this core. Even starting out, Pokemon Master, wow, level 47. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let's see if we can beat the Pokemon Master. I wonder what kind of deck he's going to be running, because obviously he had both the Palkia and Dialga. I just have the Dialga one. I haven't been that cool. Going second's nice, though. Let's see. It is dark. Okay, this is one of the worst hands that we can start off with, where it's double Marshadow, but that's okay. Marshadow's not bad at all. We have 2 researches, which is nice. We are going second as well, so let's see. There's Sneasel. All right. So this is definitely the Rocky Helmet, Weavile EX, Darkrai EX kind of mix here. At least what I'm pretty sure it is. But the thing that sucks about these dark ones is that they're weak to grass. They're not weak to what we'd actually want it to be weak to, you know? So let's go ahead and draw a Pokeball. But we'll still be able to do a lot of damage. There's Mankey, which is nice. Now let's go ahead and research. Let's see, what do we get here? We got an X-Speed and another Pokeball. Really good for us, because we can Pokeball again. We got a Riolu. All right, this is pretty good. What we'll do here is we'll throw these 2 down. We'll put an energy on Marshadow, who can kind of tank this turn, and then we can X-Speed into Mankey. Hopefully, we can draw Primeape next turn. Let's see. We have 2 Primates in the deck. It's a 20% chance, and we do have Research, so we'll be drawing at least 3 cards, which is very good. Now, let's see what these guys have for us. They have the Evolution, the Weavile EX. Okay. So we don't have any damage on us quite yet, which is good. There's Scratching Nails. A little bit of damage. Love that sound, by the way. Oh, my word. Okay. There's another Mankey. Not exactly what we're looking for. Let's see if we can research something, though. We got a Lucario and a Primeape. That is basically exactly what we want. All right. So let's go ahead and X-Speed the Marshadow out of here. We'll go into Mankey. And now... we can evolve into Primeape, and we can evolve into Lucario to buff up Primeape, and for 1 energy, we are doing 70 damage to this thing. That is half of Weavile's health gone immediately. Now, they could obviously Giant Cape and stuff like that. But with this setup, we have Marshadow pretty much ready to revenge in the back. If they Sabrina, we could just bring in Marshadow, obviously, but we could throw down another one afterwards to take another hit. Okay, they're communicating. So they just drew the Pokeball, probably trying to get a Darkrai EX setup, is my guess. But we'll have to see. Also, swapping around a little bit helps us fight against Weavile EX Scratching Nails attack. So let's see, they're communicating again. So what are they trying to look for? Are they looking for the Darkrai? Were they able to pull it? There's another Sneasel. Do they have Darkrai now, though? They have 2 Pokemon in their hand. Do they draw another Weavile EX, maybe? Could be it. Do they have a potion or anything to keep this Weavile alive? If not, Primeape is going to pop it, and then most likely Marshadow could come in next turn. Oh, okay, they are going to knock out the Marshadow. That is fine. They're going to knock out Marshadow, but that's okay because we have another one in the back. So, Marshadow goes down. More than fine. They're going to take 1 point, and we're going to take 2 for knocking out this Weavile this turn, which is amazing. So let's go ahead and draw. What do we get? Another Riolu. Very, very good. We'll throw down a Riolu so we can power up even more. And then we can throw Marshadow down. And we'll put an energy on Marshadow so it is ready for next turn. And we punch with Primeape and knock out Weavile EX. Beautiful. Okay. So now, if they don't evolve into Weavile EX this turn, Sneasel does get one-shot by a Fighting Coach boosted punch, which is really nice. Let's see, can they do anything? But this is like, it's very consistent. Yeah, exactly. They concede. It's such a strong core. Like, the Marshadow being able to come in and knock out things when Primeape goes down. I think this is the best, most consistent version of it because Primeape only requires 1 energy, and it's only a stage 1. Oh, my word. I am a big fan of this deck. I think this deck can do really, really well. All right, let's go ahead and hop into another game. Let's see. Another level 47 player. This is crazy. I don't really fight people that are this high level. Like, I think I'm almost level 38 because I did open a lot of packs because I saved up my pack hourglasses for this set, which this set has been so much fun. I've been loving playing this set. Okay, so let's see how we can do against a Psychic deck. Obviously, we are weak to it. We do have Primeape, though. Unfortunately, we are going second. Okay, they have the Shaman. Do we have a Giovanni in hand? We don't. Okay. If we draw Giovanni, we have a chance to one-shot Shaman, which is really good. Let's see, what do we get? Okay, do we draw Giovanni? We don't draw Giovanni. Okay, I would have gone crazy if we did, because that would have been really funny. Okay, we got Marshadow. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and research. See what else we can pull here. Lucario twice. All right, so this is where we would probably want to get a Communications to drop off one of our Lucarios, but we're still not, like, I'm not upset with what we have right now. We'll go ahead and do this. They could X-Speed to knock out Mankey this next turn with, like, something, but I don't think they have anything. Let's just go ahead and see what we can do. Coin flip, and boom! 50 damage. Focus Fist. Boom, baby! Almost knocking out Shaman. Now, Shaman's obviously going to heal, but we do have the Primeape next turn to for sure knock out Shaman if Shaman stays in the front. So let's see. They drew Professor's Oak, so they probably have something, and they have another Research, okay? They have to have another Mon. This is probably Cresselia. Another Shaman. Okay, so they'll heal 20 this turn. Interesting. Putting an energy on the Shaman in the back. Are they really not? Have they really not drawn anything? They've gone through half their deck. Unless it's like Cresselia EX, the new promo card that just came out, and that's it. This is kind of crazy. Go ahead and evolve. I'll leave the Marshadow in our hand right now. It doesn't do anything to kind of throw it down. If anything, we kind of want 2 Riolus. So let's go ahead and punch, knock out Shaman. Beautiful. Okay. We have the Revenge also ready now, so if we do get knocked out somehow, we'll be fine. Now, they have to have another Psychic type. They have to. Pokeball. Okay, now they have to have it. They drew the Pokeball. What Mon are they running with Shaman? Duskull. Oh, I see. Okay, that's fun. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm trying to make a fun little Dusknoir deck, but I haven't been able to find it. There we go. Okay, Pokemon Communication. Now we can communicate to get one of these Lucarios out of our way. This also could be good if we were stuck with only Marshadows. So we can go ahead and replace this with a Primeape. Okay, not super useful. I'm going to actually just go ahead and have 2 Marshadows ready. Because it seems like we're not going to get double Lucario anytime soon with what we got. What have we used today? We've only used 1 research in Pokeball. We don't have Giovanni yet, which is a little upsetting. So we're not one-shotting Shaman here. Which means they can get their Dusknoir set up if they have the full line ready. Which, look at their hand. Yeah, they probably do. Yeah, Primeape does get one-shot by Dusknoir or Dusclops, I think. What is it, 50? We don't get one shot by Dusclops, but we will 100% get one shot by Dusknoir, because I believe Dusknoir does 80 damage, or 70 or something like that. But its ability is what's really, really fun. Okay, let's see. What are they going to do now? We don't have a Riolu yet, which would be really nice. Okay, they have Erica. Fair. Now, we don't... They probably are going to evolve. There's another Lucario again. Wow, these draws have not been too grateful for us. We're just going to go ahead and punch again. Go ahead and do that. We're unfortunately just under the threshold. We don't have Lucario out. If we did, we'd be one-shotting these Shamans left and right. But there's 2 Riolus. As soon as we draw Riolu, we'll be fine. Because, yeah, here comes Dusknoir, who can one-shot Primeape. Unfortunately, we can't one-shot Dusknoir, which really sucks. Because, yeah, he's going to pull that in. Primeape gets one shot, and then Marshadow can come in with Revenge. But, yeah. Don't use your... If he uses Dusknoir ability... Okay. Alright, so there goes Primeape. Marshadow also gets one shot. Let's see. But we'll throw it in. We'll throw him in. Here comes Marshadow. Unfortunately, once again, we have not drawn Riolu, which is very rare. Okay, there's a research. We have to draw him now. Go ahead and do that. Giant Cape and Riolu. Okay, there's Riolu. I'm actually going to Giant Cape the Marshadow, because Marshadow can live, because it's 70 plus 20. So unless they have a Giovanni, I'm not getting one shot here. We're going to put an energy on Riolu in case it needs to come out. But we'll go ahead and Revenge. Do some damage to Dusknoir. It's going to heal a little bit. But unless he has a potion, and he might have a potion, because it seems like a healing deck that kind of stalls with Dusknoir. So let's see. Because we do 60 damage next turn. So he has to have 2 potions now in order to live. Giant Cape. Okay, so that's 1 potion. Does he have a potion to go on top of that? Let's see. If not, we're fine. Okay. Marshadow lives this by 10, which is great. Next, we can draw into Sabrina, which is not good for us. We're just going to go ahead and throw Lucario down. We'll put another energy on Lucario. Doesn't really matter. Revenge will knock out Dusknoir. Shaman can't attack us, and we can Sabrina in next turn. So that's probably GG's. If they knock out Marshadow, we bring in another Marshadow as well. Yeah, there we go. They conceded. All right. Geez, that was a fun deck. Like, I really think Dusknoir can be a really, really annoying card, but I just can't figure out what works best with it. I feel like once I get Cresselia EX out, I might have to run it with that. But, yeah, GG's, Lamb. Fun deck for a guy who's level 47. I like what he's doing. I like what he's cooking. I like when people are not using just, like, meta decks, you know what I mean? Okay, let's go ahead and hop into another match. Go ahead and hop into another one. These have been some pretty quick matches, except that last one that was kind of just a little bit stally, but that's the point of his deck, so I'm not like upset about that at all. But we're still 2-0. We're still doing really, really well with this deck. I wonder what we're gonna have to go up against next. All right, nice to meet you as well. We're going second. This deck is okay with going second or first. Okay, there's Riolu. Man, we have to send Riolu out, right? So we can have Marshadow set up. All right, now we draw the Giovanni. Would have been helpful last game. So it's Dialga Yanma, which is good into the Darkrai because Yanma just needs 3 colorless. So let's see here. We have an X speed. We can't really do much. I'm going to put an energy on Riolu because we need to just start punching it. We need to just do some damage to it. We'll go ahead and do that. We don't really care about Giovanni unless they don't heal Yanma next turn or evolve it. Then I am completely fine with using Giovanni to knock this thing out. And unfortunately, fighting is not good against... Well, it's not good. It's fine against Dialga, but it's weak to fire, not fighting. Okay, so they put an energy on it. Potion. Okay, they do have it. Now, if we draw Lucario, we'll be able to one-shot it. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. Okay. Waiting for the opponent. What is he gonna do? He's gonna X-speed it out. Okay. So he can set up Yanma in the back instead of having a chance for it getting knocked out. I think that's the smart play. I think that is the smart play. Okay. Our turn. We do draw the Lucario, so they did do the good play. We're gonna go ahead and throw Lucario up here. Lucario can't get one-shot by Dialga. There's no way they can knock us out next turn. We'll go ahead and Submarine Blow. Do some damage. 60. So it brings it down to 90. Now, he will Metallic Turbo. He probably has the EX in the back. Oh, now he most likely does with using a research. He's gone through the majority of his deck. He's gone through over double of like what we've gone through. We've got 0 cycle cards. And he's gotten at least 1 research, and he's gotten double Pokeball and double research. And he's got a Mew. Okay. So here goes Metallic Turbo. I think he puts it on Yanma. Because we don't really do really well. Well, he might put it on Mew. Because Genome Hacking, even with something small like Submarine Blow, will still be super effective against us. So we'll have to see. Let's see. Who does he put it on? It'll tell me a lot. Okay. I feel like that implies that he does, in fact, have Yanma EX ready. I don't know that for sure. I'm going to put to be safe, I'm going to put an energy on Marshadow. So if he does indeed go down next turn, he'll be fine. Part of me does want to keep Lucario alive. Does the 20 threshold help us in any way? Yanma has... Oh, that would one-shot Mew EX if we had it. But then we wouldn't attack Dialga this turn. I feel like that gives him too much room for stuff. So we'll go ahead and we'll Submarine Blow. Get some damage on Dialga. I think he'll probably retreat into Yanma or Yanmega EX this turn and put an energy on Yanmega. We'll knock out Lucario, but we will have Marshadow to do some decent chunk of damage back. Here comes a giant cape on Mew. Okay, so now we don't reach that threshold anyway. He doesn't have it. Okay. That is fine by me. So, now that we got that information, let's go ahead and Pokeball. I hope for a Riolu, because I want to get 2. Okay, we got another Mankey. I think it's safer for me to keep the Mankey in my hand. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do this. I'm going to retreat Lucario into Mankey. And then we're going to evolve. This will keep Lucario alive, and we still have decent damage output. If Mew comes in and Genome Hacks, it will do 70 damage to Primeape, making it live. So I don't need to use Giant Cape quite yet. So yeah, we'll just punch. This knocks out Dialga. If he doesn't evolve Yanmega next turn and brings out Mew EX, we can beat him. Let's see. It all depends on who he brings out. Who's he bringing out? He's bringing out the Mew. Okay, does he have the Yanmega in the back, though, ready? Unless he has Giovanni, he can't knock out Primeape. If he does, that's going to suck a little bit, because we aren't going to be able to destroy him as well. Okay, he has another Dialga, so even if we had Sabrina, it wouldn't matter all that much. Okay. So here comes Mew. Genome Hack doesn't kill us right now. Luckily, there's no resistances in TCG Pocket. Otherwise, that would be a huge problem, because I'm assuming it would probably be resistant to fighting. But let's see. What do they do? Because I do have Marshadow ready. If they have Cyrus, that's going to suck. They have Sabrina. Okay. I think the better play is for me to not let Lucario go down. If I let Lucario go down, I can still get Marshadow in and Primeape. So we'll see. And we still have another Riolu and Lucario in the back. So yeah. This does let him go down. Maybe throwing in Marshadow would have been better. I misclicked. I'm such an idiot. Okay. I did not mean to do that. All right. That's fine. I think we're still okay. We'll go ahead and Mankey. We still need to only knock out one more thing. We got another Primeape. Okay, that was a really funny swap. We'll do this. Now, we still can knock out Mew if there's no heals. But they still can't knock out Primeape in one turn. If they Sabrina again, Marshadow lives. But they can retreat into Yanmega now. And Yanmega kind of wrecks shop. Because he'll be able... Yeah, if he draws Yanmega EX, we do lose. Man, that was such a misplay. I mean, bringing in Marshadow would have done 100 to Mew, so it would have had 50 HP left. Oh, man. And then if they didn't draw this turn, we would knock out Mew. But I feel like they would have known that and swapped out anyway, right? Okay. Have they not drawn Yanmega EX? They had to have. Okay, here comes Dialga. Which is also fine. Giant Cape on Dialga. Oh, on Yanmega. I see. Okay. Let's see. What do we draw here? Another Marshadow. Okay. We'll just throw that down. I mean, there's not much else we can do in this case. We have to punch. Man. Sacking that Lucario was probably the worst thing I could have done. Because Marshadow, I just was thinking, oh, Mew will one-shot anything. But I wasn't thinking, like, properly. There's the Yanmega. Okay, so now we're in big trouble. Because Dialga can just... Yeah, okay. We'll go ahead and throw this Marshadow in. Has less energy. It doesn't really matter. But it's fine. They one-shot everything no matter what. Damn! Wait, how many cards? You have 2 cards left and I have 7. That's insane. So what are they thinking about? If they throw in Yanmega, I can't beat it. Yanmega one-shots everything. He can just retreat Dialga EX. Yeah. Now, and if I Sabrina, I can only bring in Mew. Doesn't do anything. Yep. I'm still gonna give it my best, but there's no way I win. Dang. Alright. So even sacking off Lucario, I think that they just had they have the damage output to one-shot everything that I have consistently. Yeah, there goes that. Alright, we'll put a giant cape around Marshadow to be our hero. We'll give him an energy. We'll give him Giovanni. We'll give him everything he possibly can. But unfortunately, Marshadow will not be enough. Alright, there we go. Alright, we got close. We did get close, but they got their cycles really, really early. They got exactly what... Okay, man. We don't need to be BMing. Get out of here. And that means you don't get any thanks from me. Any sort of BM from the opponent when they very, very clearly have a line of victory is get out of jail and no thanks. Nope. You don't do that around here. We don't want to be spreading that kind of behavior, making it okay. So, let's go ahead and hop into the last match of today. Hopefully I don't throw like I did last game. That was such a stupid misplay. I don't know if it would have mattered in the end because they had everything set up in like 3 turns, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Okay. Going second again is nice, but this deck is fine with going first. Riolu only. We do have Pokeball and Research. Okay, Execute's scary because Exeggutor EX, if they draw into it, is pretty... Oh, and they have a Research, so they most likely have it next turn. Dang. Okay. And they have another Execute as well. Alright, let's see. We have a double Riolu, which is funny. Hopefully... I don't know what I'm looking for here. Mankey. Okay. I think that's fine. Marshadow probably would have been better. X-Speed and Primeape would be huge. Another Mankey. I still think that this is the best play. So we're going to go ahead and throw this down. Throw another Riolu. We're going to try to knock out Execute here. So let's retreat into Mankey. And expecting that this Mankey might go down next turn, I'm going to throw down... Well, we'll leave that slot open. I think it's just safer that way. Let's see if we can knock out Execute. All we need is a good flip. Come on, baby! Let's go! All right, we one-shot Execute. That's a point for us. Super nice. That's why we run that Mankey, because that early game damage is crazy. Okay, so they bring in the other Execute. They can still evolve into Exeggutor EX and still knock out Mankey, which is fine. If they don't flip heads, hopefully we can draw a Marshadow next turn. They don't have it yet? Well, hopefully we can draw a Marshadow next turn and be able to live. Okay, so they've gone through all their cycles? No, they've only had one Pokeball. Okay. So here comes Exeggutor EX. Yep. Yep. Now, hopefully we can live. I would like to live. Oh, and they have a Celebi EX, so they threw down everything this turn. Because if we could live and draw Marshadow, we'll be sitting pretty. Okay, fair. Fair enough. Alright. So there goes that. Riolu can come in now. Let's see what we can get. Alright. Riolu coming in. We got a Giant Cape. The Giant Cape doesn't help us. We'll throw down another Mankey. We'll put an energy on Riolu, I guess. And we'll just try and do some damage. Hopefully Exeggutor EX can't, like, flip another heads. That would suck for us. Put an energy on Celebi. Do they have the evolution line for Servine? They've gone through half the deck. They might. Okay. Hoping for Tails. Really hoping for Tails here. Okay. We live with Riolu. Now, depending on what we get next, will be golden. Let's see. Lucario. Okay. So if we evolve, he needs to still get heads in the back. So what we'll do is this. We'll do that. Get power up the Riolu. And then we'll actually put an energy on Lucario. If we end up drawing Primeape, we can, we'll have to see. Well, hopefully we don't draw Primeape. It's 2 out of 9 chance to draw Primeape. I just want to bring him down to 100 range so Revenge can knock him out. Here comes Servine. Yep. They might honestly want to have a Leaf. They have Erica. That's the thing that sucks about grass decks, is that they have so many heals. Alright, Riolu goes down this turn. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Lucario can't get one shot. So we have to bring in Lucario. That's our safer play. So let's do that. Okay. Now, another Lucario. One turn too late. Alright, we'll throw an energy on this, and just in case, we're going to Giant Cape in case Celebi EX comes in. But we do 60 damage here. So we'll do that. 60. We have Giovanni in the back. So far we don't hit that threshold. They might have another Erica as well, which would really suck. Especially, they'll probably bring in Celebi if they have Superior. Do they have it? They probably also have a Leaf as well. So they can't Erica and Leaf, but it'll just do about the same thing in terms of HP. Let's see. They have Sabrina. Okay, they're going for the finishing blow. That's fair. All right, and honestly, I wouldn't be upset if they flip heads. We flipped heads on Execute. Can they flip heads? Yeah, they do. All right, there it is. All right, Exeggutor EX flips the heads that they need and knocks everything clean out. All right, GG's. And you know what? That's not the last game. We'll run one more. We don't end on losses out here, everybody. We don't do it. But yeah, not every deck can like, you know, immediately shine. There's not a deck that will always win. There's always, you know, decks that brick. We didn't get our Marshadow that turn, which sucked, which is our main, like, second play. But let's do one last match. We'll do one last match, and let's see what we can go, what we can beat, you know? Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Okay. What kind of deck are we going up against? Going first is fine if we have Mankey and Primeape. Fighting. Okay, that sucks, actually. Okay, but we do have Communications and Research, which isn't horrible. Do they also lead with a Marshadow? No. Okay, so they have Pidgey. So they have probably the Pidgeots. There's Lucario. Well, we can communicate that after we research. I think researching first is better, because we can thin what we can find, and then we got to research. We basically got an X speed for that. Let's get rid of one of these Lucarios. Okay. I would love the Mankey here. Okay, that's really good, because next turn, we'll have a fully powered up Primeape, and we have the X speed for it as well. And they can't evolve Pidgey, which is good, because then we can one-shot Pidgey. Oh, and they also have Icy. All right. This is good for us. This is exactly what we want. We want Pidgey to attack so we can get rid of one of its fighting energies. So let's see. Flap. That's fine. Does 20 damage to Marshadow, but Marshadow's completely fine. We have Sabrina as well. What's better? Knocking out the old Amber or dealing with a Pidgeot later in the game? Voice crack. I think... Man, well, they can't get... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and knock out the Pidgey. I think that's better. There's another Marshadow. Can we get a Riolu here? That'd be huge. Pretty high chance for it. Good. That was a 2/3 chance there. So let's go ahead and throw down a Riolu. Let's X-speed this Marshadow out of here. And we can start setting that up next turn. Throw in Mankey. We'll go ahead and evolve into Primeape so we can for sure knock this thing out. And then we punch. Knocking out Pidgey. They went for the more damage Pidgey instead of the more HP Pidgey. Running Pokemon that have 50 HP is risky because they have that. A lot of Pokemon can hit that threshold really early. Do they have the Aero EX? Most likely, after a research, they would. Let's see. Do they have it? If not, Primeape one-shots this old rock. They have another one. It seems like that's what they're doing. Okay, there's the bigger HP Pidgey. Which sucks because now I could have Sabrina that old Amber and knocked it out, but that's okay. We have Sabrina for later, which is still good. And there's a Marshadow. They won't have the time. Man, if they waited and put it on Marshadow, they would have been golden there. There's a Lucario. Go ahead and evolve. We'll throw an energy on Marshadow, so it's ready for revenge. And Sabrina doesn't do anything for us here. We'll just punch. We'll knock out old Amber. Now, I think they'll bring in Pidgey if they don't have Aerodactyl EX. Okay, it seems like they have it. So they'll be able to one-shot Primeape here. But that's okay. We didn't have the stuff for it. But this means if they do knock us out and don't change anything, Revenge and Sabrina knock out everything on the field. They still knock out everything on that field. 120 damage is a really hard threshold for them to cross. So Primeape goes down. Perfect. Now we can bring in Marshadow and plus Sabrina, and we will win. We don't need to evolve with Marshadow, so we're fine on that front. We draw another Riolu. Oh my word. Well, we're not going to BM. We're just going to put an energy on. Sabrina, with this increased damage from Revenge, is going to one-shot either Marshadow or Pidgeotto, and we got the victory. There we go, baby. All right, Primeape, you deserve that. Look at that beautiful art. I love that little comical art style. Oh my word. What a beautiful set of games. These were some really, really fun games. I do think that the core of Lucario, 2 Lucario lines and 2 Marshadow lines can fit into any single fighting deck that you want. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I have a deck that uses Gallade EX, which is pretty good because you can do a little bit of early psychic damage and also go into fighting later on. You also have the Machamp line, the Golem line if you want to really kind of like invest into that. I probably would only run 1 Marshadow if I was using Golem because Golem has a lot of cards that you want in a deck. But this core and this deck did really, really well overall today. So thank you guys all so much for watching this video. Make sure you guys leave a comment down below of what other kind of fun decks you have with Space Time Smackdown now being out for a little bit. We've seen a few tournaments going on and we know what's good. What kind of fun, wacky decks, or if you want me to run a meta deck if I have the cards for it, I will 100%. Just let me know in the comments down below what kind of decks you want to see. Also make sure while you're down there, check out my links to my Twitch where I go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays every every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. PST. I also multi-stream onto YouTube, so if you want to stick to that interface, you're more than welcome to do so. But yeah, thank you guys all so much. Oh, also join the Discord where I got these ideas in the first place. Yeah, make sure you guys go join there. You can show off all the Pokemon you get in Pocket. You can also, there's also people playing a whole bunch of different games on there as well. If you have a cool Wonder Pick that you got, or if you want to set up some trades, we also have that as well. But yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.